In recent years, extreme opinions that the Supreme Court has handed down have undermined long-established civil rights principles and protections. In 2022, the court overruled Roe v. Wade and the right to choose that had been the law of the land for 50 years. The following year, the same court eviscerated affirmative action, which had been upheld and reaffirmed for nearly 50 years as well. They're planning another onslaught attacking civil rights in America. For example, Project 2025 calls aggressively attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion.
For reaction, let's welcome in senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, always good to see you. So, do we see any of this reform actually happen before President Biden leaves office?
No, not at all, Charla. And good morning. It's always a pleasure to be with you, my dear friend. This is really a political element. The left and the Democrats are still bruising and brooding over the reversal of Roe versus Wade, and this is their way of making this part of the political conversation in the next 3 months during the presidential election campaign. But to address precisely your question, the procedures for amending the Constitution are intentionally difficult. It would require an affirmative vote of 2/3 of each House of Congress. So dead in the water right there. But even if it passed that, it would then require an affirmative vote of 3/4 of the legislatures of all the states. It's just simply not going to happen. It's certainly not going to happen during Joe Biden's remaining 5 months in office.
Yeah, right now it's all talk. And President Biden says the Supreme Court reforms are needed to counter what he calls an extreme and unchecked agenda. One of his reforms is no presidential immunity, which, of course, the decision recently favored former President Donald Trump in criminal cases against him. But take a listen to what he had to say yesterday about this.
Under the majority's reasoning, the president now will be insulated from criminal prosecution. Orders a Navy SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival, immune. Organizes a military coup to hold on to power, immune. Takes a bribe in exchange for a pardon, immune. In every use of official power, the president is now a king.
What did you make of his extreme examples?
Well, what he was doing there was reading from the dissent in the immunity opinion written by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Her dissent was hyperbolic. I mean, she was suggesting theoretical examples of what she thought might happen. She was very, very upset with the decision. When justices dissent, they always say, "I respectfully dissent." She dropped the word respectfully, which sends a message to the rest of her colleagues that she doesn't even respect their thinking because she disagrees with it. Actually, Joe Biden himself should be happy with this immunity decision because it prevents whoever is going to succeed him in office from prosecuting him for anything he may have done while he's in office. But again, Charla, it would take a constitutional amendment to reverse a decision of the Supreme Court. It's not going to happen in the short term. It's not going to happen at all. But it generates a debate, which the Democrats think will help them.
All right. Judge, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.